All right, welcome to episode 2 of Big J's Reckless Truck Driving School. And as promised, I'm going to do a Bronco run. So I've made this Bronco truck from Viper's 389 mod. Low trim, anyways. So let's take a look right now at the truck. Obviously here we're in the interior. You can see the Bronco blue and orange featured heavily. This looks super cool. The gauges, the trim on the gauges, and then you've got the orange backlay. It's super cool. Digging it. And here we got the outside. Of course, these are the Boise State Bronco colors, blue and orange. I think it looks pretty damn cool myself. So, like I said, the Broncos won on Saturday, beating UCONN on the blue. Like I said, I would do a Bronco run, and we're going to do a trip real quick from Vegas to... Where are we going? That's a great idea. Where are we going? We're going to Phoenix. So let's hook up the trailer here. This time around, I didn't put like a ginormous engine in the truck, so that's freaking a lot of people out. Let's make sure we're connected up. Okay, there we go. And we're off. So I figured while we did this run, we would talk a little bit about Boise State Broncos, about their season, about the game, which was Saturday against UCONN. Kind of theme it up, and maybe we'll do more of these as we go forward. So Saturday night, the Broncos played University of Connecticut. It was a slaughter, just a slaughter. 62-7. 2-0, that makes the Broncos 2-0. The offense was insane, and the defense for that matter. They were moving on all three phases of the game: special teams, offense, and defense. And you know the best part, you got Brett Rippon, who is the nephew of Mark Rippon. I don't know if you're football fans or not, but Mark Rippon played for the Redskins, the Washington Redskins. Won a Super Bowl with them. This is his 4th year, pretty much starting. And had some rough start last year, but this year his start out was much more what Bronco fans have expected. And the game at UCONN was just ridiculous. He put up 362 yards. He went 21 of 28 through 3 TDs. He only missed 7 passes. It's pretty damn awesome. A rather young and unknown wide receiver core. Lost Cedric Wilson last year to the NFL. Of course, he got hurt in preseason. Not even preseason, in camp and mini camp with the Dallas Cowboys. He got drafted late in the draft, so relatively unknown on the wide receiver scale, but they just kind of blew it up. Running, I mean, let's put it this way: the Broncos tallied up 818 yards. 818 yards of offense. That's a school record on the blue, probably overall in general. Get serious about it. And one of the wide receivers new. I mean, I don't remember him last year. John Hightower led all the wide receivers with 119 yards, 4 touchdowns. 1 touchdown, not 4 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. So it was a hell of a showing on the offensive side. And, you know, the offense, you know, about 400 yards in passing, 400 yards in rushing. So it was an embarrassment of riches as far as that goes. The defense was amazing. as we take a look here just at the scenery as we go down 93 here. I'm telling you what, the scenery in this game is pretty damn cool. I haven't thrown out a mod for Canada, the rest of America, and Mexico yet because I've been enjoying this part so far, but I really considered it when I was deciding whether to put together this video or not, so we can get a, Boise to Oklahoma as we are coming up on the next game this week. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I just didn't want to have any crashing issues and all that nonsense as we go forth. Kind of my second video here. So the defense for the Broncos, of course, last year losing Leighton Vander Esch as a junior, and he was a first-round pick for the Dallas Cowboys. So that you're losing somebody like that who was amazing in that game against Oregon. People were not sure just exactly what we were going to get from the defense. Of course, we saw for the first game with Troy, they were just fine. And the defense led by sophomore linebacker Riley Wimpy. Talk about a guy not to mess with. Here's a couple guys you don't mess with. Guys named Sue. Boy named Sue, a la Johnny Cash. And a guy whose last name is Wimpy. Probably not somebody you want to screw around with. Hey, yay, we don't have to stop at the way station. He had a bunch of tackles, let's put it that way. So with that win over UCONN, puts him 17th in the polls, both the AP coaches poll and the Associated Press, their poll, coaches poll, which is great because obviously the goal is to get to that New Year's Six bowl game. Come on, man, God. See, this is why driving like jackasses sucks for truck drivers. Dude, what was that guy slowing down for? God, what a jackass. I'm gonna run him off the road. When we get up here, I'm just gonna run him off the road. I'm not taking that. Just like Wimpy. Riley Wimpy's not taking it, neither am I. Ah, boy. Been a Bronco fan since we moved here from Miles City, Montana. 42, moved when I was 12. And my sister who lived here, she'd gotten married right when we moved here. She married a nice young fella named Matt, and they lived like 8 blocks away from the stadium, so we would go to the games all the time and just walk down there, and became a huge fan of the Boise State Broncos as a kid. So seeing them rise to fame and fortune with the Fiesta Bowls. I can't see the light with this visor. It's been awesome, and I've enjoyed watching the Broncos. I had the chance to be at the Fiesta Bowl in 06. Covering it for the radio station, for 2 actually, the Fiesta Bowls, the one against the Sooners and then the one against the TCU. So I've seen the good times and the not so good times, and this year it's looking pretty good. So 2-0, don't want to get too cocky, and Bronco fans definitely cocky sometimes. They get filled with all kinds of weird thoughts, like we should be in the playoff. I mean, I'm not one of those people at all. I have realistic expectations. The Mountain West this year, really not that good. Coming, of course, UConn, I mean, that was a terrible team. Not the best non-conference game to be playing. Troy, on the other hand, last year they did really well. We beat them the first game of the season last year. This year, with a lot more emphasis, let's put it that way. So we'll see how Troy does the rest of the season. They won their conference last year as well, so had a pretty good look at what the Broncos would be up against. A team with some legitimate prowess. UConn, none of that. So not, you know, didn't want to look past those guys, but at the same time, certainly, as we approach this extraordinarily tough matchup with the Oklahoma State Cowboys, another ranked team, they're ranked 24, the Broncos ranked 17. This is a big deal. It's a big deal. Game's going to be on ESPN during the afternoon. It's something I don't remember happening at all in the history. I might be wrong on that, but that's a pretty big deal. An afternoon game is hard to come by for the Broncos. Being in the Mountain West, you know, they have a pretty decent contract with ESPN. They're usually on ESPN2 or ESPNU on Thursdays or Fridays or Saturdays, but they're usually late at night, like 8 o'clock kickoff, 8:15 kickoff. So an afternoon kickoff, 1:30 Mountain Time, that's awesome. And of course, having an opponent like Oklahoma State is just going to be a fantastic game and a great opportunity to see exactly where the Broncos stand for the rest of the season. Of course, if they win that game, that's going to, you know, really legitimize their opportunities to get into one of those group of 6 bowl games later down the road this year. But I mean, they've got to win the rest of their games, and you know, it's not always perfect. Coach Harsin has put together quite the program. Not easy to follow up with somebody, Coach Pete, who won 90+ games and had very few losses. So those are some extraordinary feats to accomplish, and we're gonna pass. Well, we're not gonna pass. I don't have the horsepower that I normally would have. How heavy is this load? It's 27,500 pounds, so not a big load at all, really. Eventually, when, you know, if I can acquire the skills to create skins, and once the next update comes with trailers, I would love to have the trailer and the truck all Broncoed up, do this on the regular basis. I think it'd be cool. Guess what? I'm going here. Oh no, this is a bad idea. So that truck we just passed is a Peterbilt 362. It's a mod I put in, and I regret putting it in because it looks like crap, and it's not even a drivable truck. It's just, here, see, look, it's got all kinds of weird stuff going on. I'm afraid to take it out because I don't want it to F up my game. So, this week is going to be very exciting for Bronco fans. I'm sure that the Oklahoma State fans probably remember the Boise State Broncos beating the Sooners. They were probably really happy about it because I don't think they like each other very much. I can certainly appreciate that, but I'm for sure the fans are going to be looking down on the Boise State team, which is usually something the team enjoys, and the fans too, because, you know, being the underdog is, it's kind of the mantra for Boise State. There we go. Reckless driving. I made my wife watch the first episode, and I tried to take a picture of her face because she looked like I was crazy for driving this way. I'm like, is this the game? She thinks I drive like this in real life. She's been with me, never been in an accident on 4 wheels. So I don't know what her problem is. Oh, we got an accident up here. Rubbernecking. Or are they arresting somebody? So what was I talking about? That's the problem here. You lose your place. Yeah, the fans. 3-point underdogs right now. And Boise State has had that reputation of being a blue-collar team. We're just going to pass here to the side. Reckless Big J style. So we're motoring down 103 miles an hour. So that blue-collar mentality, of course, really came into play during those early years of the success program from a national point of view, with, you know, the Fiesta Bowls. But what happened is, problem here. You know, you get all the nice things, and recruiting is a big deal. And we've got several facilities now down at Albertson Stadium that are just, they're immaculate. I mean, they're beautiful. If you ever see video or pictures of the weight room, it's amazing. It's top of the line and easily comparable to some of the biggest programs in college football. So, you know, part of the challenge, I think, that the last, you know, 8 years or so, and right when Coach P left, was keeping that blue-collar mentality with all the nice, pretty things that they have. Some of the meeting rooms that they have, I mean, it's impressive. Great for recruiting, but you want to keep that blue-collar mentality, and it hasn't always been easy. Because usually, when you got to work your rear ends off to earn something, you know, it kind of makes you tougher a little bit. It gives you that edge when maybe the talent level isn't there all the time. And certainly they're not getting 5-star recruits and things like that. But they've done a great job of coaching guys up and making stars of them in doing so. Sending a lot of guys to the NFL in that way. Uh-oh, not going to break. Oh! Whoops. Too many damage trailer did be. Okay, good. Get docked for that. It's the fender bender. Don't back up, dude. Oh no. What are you doing? What's going on? Ah, okay, I get it. You're upset. I backed you. You want to get the insurance cards out here, dude? Oh, God, AI. So yeah, super stoked about this weekend coming up. And most of us all have high expectations. I mean, we all pretty much think that the Broncos are going to win. And why wouldn't we? We're Bronco fans. That's what we do. I'm sure the Cowboy fans are feeling the same way. Staples. What are we carrying here? Clothes. Clothes? Staples has clothes? I didn't know that. Do you know that? I didn't know that. What I feel like I'm carrying is shoulder pads and uniforms. Of course, I should be carrying that. Is it Norman? Is that where the Cowboys are? Oklahoma State? I think that's a regular. I'll have to look that up. You shouldn't text and drive. You shouldn't look things up while you drive, by the way. You shouldn't do that. That is part of reckless driving, I guess, though, right? Distracted driving. See, that's what happens. What did I run over? Was it an animal? Okay, so that's the thing about this game. A couple things. I haven't seen animals. I haven't seen any roadkill. And I've driven about 50,000 miles now this game. Haven't seen any of that. You see some debris, some tire debris. Let me tell you what, you want to stay away from that. So, you know, there are a few things that are missing that you would normally see out on the road. So that border right there, do not run into that. Alright, thanks Pete. Appreciate that. Let's give him a shout. Let's see, what else is missing? You know, they don't, there's only so much you can do in a game, but, example, when you are playing for real and you haven't taken off the driving infractions like I have for the purposes of this video, entertainment purposes, you know, you'll just get a fine. They don't actually pull you over. You don't have to get out your logbook, your manifest. Weigh stations, you should pull over and, you know, you weigh in and they tell you your weight. There's no permitting, none of that stuff, so that's outside the realm of this game. That's okay. There's also not CD lot lizards at the rest stops and the truck stops. There's no prostitutes, which is a real disappointment. Nobody's getting arrested for stuff. I've got, I think, 9 garages and 14 or 15 drivers. None of them have been arrested for drugs, which is a good thing. But still, okay. See, oh no, oh no, oh no! I went the wrong way. The wrong one. I do that all the time. Just like real life. I get all panicky. Oh hell no! You want me to go? I'm gonna. Okay. Normally. Normally, I would try to skip this whole thing and just go right there. See right there? That's where I would turn around. I'll go turn around up here like a regular person. So I do dig this truck because it is badass. No, I want you to go. Go. So that's another thing. The AI will follow your blinker. So if you get your blinker on, it'll usually wait for you. But I didn't want to run the risk of ramming him with my trailer. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having a wheel and pedals and shifter. It'll be a game changer for me. So I have no idea what the score is going to be come Saturday. Obviously, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, those guys are going to be they're going to have a lot of speed, a little more talent level to a degree. So that makes it unpredictable. Rippon, the last couple seasons, he's had some struggles, of course. Last year he started out, it wasn't great, but he also had some injuries. Lost a game they probably shouldn't have at Washington State, and then won a game at Colorado State that they definitely shouldn't have won. I'm gonna get in this other lane. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background. We have a cat treat dispenser that has a camera on it. I don't know what's going on. Interrupting my video. So hard to make a prediction. Usually I give out a score prediction on Fridays on the morning radio program. By the way, I'm not a sports radio guy, rock radio guy, so I don't normally do that sort of thing. We do talk about sports a lot. I'm predicting a Bronco win, though. I think they're going to come in and surprise a lot of people. This could be the year, man. This could be the year. The way Rippon is a couple of games short of breaking a Kellen Moore record, which is something nobody thought would ever happen. Any record, probably. The winningest quarterback in college football history, Kellen Moore. 50 games won. So he only had like 13 games of 300 or more yards. It's pretty crazy. I didn't realize that. And Rippon is right there. Where are we supposed to deliver this? Oh, right here. Okay. So he's a couple games away from that, and then we can start talking about possible Heisman, maybe? If he continues at the pace that he is. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to try to do this. Backing up has not been my thing with the mirrors. Way. Probably the hardest thing to do. Oh, that's the wrong way. I was right at the beginning. Damn it. What an embarrassment. I'm concentrating, that's why I'm not talking. Alright, I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna get it done. I say that, but then a little bit short. It's just counterintuitive, backing up a trailer. I'm sure there's a science to it. Right? But who knows what that is. See, it doesn't seem to matter which way I turn the wheel. I'm stuck. God. So far, nobody has made fun of me in the comments field. Thank you. That'll change. Oh, I'm hitting something. Now you'd think, okay, I got this. I could just back up. There we go. I think I'm pretty straightened out. There we go. There we go. All right. It's a time and it's a distance thing. There we go. It's good enough for me, everybody. All right. Oh, look at me. Excellent. Another great run. All right, so I'm predicting the Broncos win, and win or lose, next week we'll do another Bronco video in the Bronco truck. But that's all she wrote here for Big J's Reckless Truck Driving School episode number 2. Thanks for watching, and yeah.